Hello my lovelies, time to buckle up. We've got another card to make because it's Monday and I've been sadly not doing this for the last few weeks, and don't ask me why please. I've got no excuse, no reason, no rhyme, but I remember today that it's Monday and I really do have to do a card with you girls and guys. So we're going to do something a little bit different for me. I've got a little steampunky thing here and I've got this gorgeous die that I thought would just give me the outside frame. But it gave me the inside frame and the outside, so we've got to get this out. So let me get my trusty little pokey tool here and do some fine poking. Oh, that's good. I love it when they first come out, because hopefully the rest of it will come out just as easily, because as you can see it's going to be very fine. And I didn't put any double-sided tape on this, so we really are going to have to do some fine gluing to get it in place. Come on. That's it. It's a lovely die. I love it. And I do like that too. That is really gorgeous. And I thought it could go on the goldie-coloured card with some brown background, which I haven't even cut out yet. I've done very little prep for this video, so you're going to have to bear with me. It's warts and all from start to finish. It's got a nice glimmer to it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's just that lovely sheen on both sides. That's gorgeous. I like. Okay, so I need to cut it out and I work better in inches. So it's 4 inches by 5 and 5/16. Not quite the half. Okay, so what did I say it was? 4 by 5.5. Okay. And it's too big for this. So I'm going to have to cut it by hand. Yay! I'm not very good at cutting by hand. I do it a lot, but I get it all mucked up. Okay, pencil. Let's do the 4-bit first. That was good, not. I'm going to be relying on that soon. I've got to pick it up. 4. Okay, so let's do this one first. Now, because it's dark, I really should have thought this out a little bit better. Let me just bob down and get my quick stick. Otherwise, I'm going to be lost. No, it wasn't my quick stick. It was my tweezer. But that's just as important to me. Okay. Now, I didn't think very well about this. What I'm going to do is get out my white art line. Well, it's not actually an art line, it's a paint pen. What brand is it? Fly C. Okay. A little bit of a shake. Yeah, I really can't see where that 4-inch mark is. Can when the ruler's there though. Beautiful. And if I cut just inside that, it should be okay. This line doesn't have to be brilliant, it just has to be visible. So while I'm there, I'll do the other one as well. So it's 5 and... can't remember again. The mind's gone whoopsie-doozy on me today again. 5.5. So let's cut it at 5 and 3/8. That will give me a little bit of a gold border around it. 5 and 3. And 5 and... make sure I've got that right. 5 and 3. Oh, now it's going to gush out at me. Thank you very much. See, I gave it a decent enough shake that third time round. It's a little word of warning. If you're going to use these things, give them a really decent shake until you can't hear the little ball wobbling in there very much. Okay, now to get my big scissors out. Oh, good one, Ruth. I've even got paint on my thumb. And I don't need that if I'm going to be working with dark coloured paper. Baby wipe and clean that. Okay, that's good. All done. It would have been totally disastrous if I'd put that down on the card. Because this is all I have left of this gorgeous brown cardstock, so I don't want to muck it up. Okay, first cut of the project. Yay! We've done something. Isn't that clever of us? And that's all the border I needed. That's going to be wonderful. Okay, let's glue that on. Tape it on and glue it. Probably doesn't have to be that great big thick tape. Let's lose the little one. If I can find the little end, yes. Because I'm going to be double gluing it, I don't really need to use the bigger tape. Although I fall for that every time because it's my go-to size. I'm hoping that you can't hear the music I've got playing in the background because I don't know if it's copyrighted or not. But it's from Ambient World on YouTube. They put up the most beautiful ambient and ASMR type stuff. It's all musical. It is just gorgeous. This one happens to be Lord of the Rings. Lots of beautiful music to listen to. Okay, quick stick. I don't need the ruler there for now, so put that away. And I don't need my pokey tool end. It's the beauty of having many tools in one area. You can just quickly flick them around and change them. So pokey tool to backing remover is awesome. And then I've also got the added bonus of having the little sticky top that I can pick little things up with. Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Now, I want that piece in there. It's got that coloured border there. Don't want that. So, where is my... There it is. I'll change ends because I don't want that black. I want a very deep brown, though. Oh. More messy fingers. I forgot how inked up that was, but I'm going to give it some more love with the ink pad after I put it in place, of course. Now, being very careful with this because I don't want to break it because I don't have another section of this paper. Now, come to think of it, black would have been okay too, I think. But it's good to have a little bit of contrast. I just didn't need it to be that bright and in my face. Such a delicate frame. I will remember next time. I'll make a note on the packet to to put some jack paper on the back of it before I cut it. That way it will not be messy. I still don't like the look of that. Not quite deep enough, so where's my scungy paper? Get out my little Lavinia brush and give it some more love. Oh, that's better. Just wasn't quite enough for my liking. You know how you get these little fads and fancies, you're busy crafting away and you think, oh, that doesn't look right. Let's do something about it. That's better. I might go down that side as well to level it up a little. Quiet. I know. I'm sorry. I'm working again. Concentrating on not getting it too bold and all over the place where I don't need it. Okay, that looks good to me. I could go and do all of these, but I'm not going to because I think that would take away from it. It looks lovely just the way it is. Okay, now to put it in place. Yep, there's my fine glue nib. I'm going to get some 450 back on the end of that so it goes into there so I can pour it all out. Because you saw what happened, the needle gets stuck in there and I'm stuck. Okay, keep your fingers crossed. I got white speckles of paint over my top and it's a black top. Please come out. Please, 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 please. It's going to take a little bit of work, but I think I can get it out. I've almost got one out. I'm not going to do that now though, I don't think. Although if I do it now, sorry ladies and gents, this is important work. I think I've got another dot up high too. Oh darn, it splashed everywhere. Wasn't meant to do that. Maybe if I left the lid on while I was shaking it would have been better. A little bit of stain remover on that. When I'm finished doing this video will go a long way towards fixing this a lot better. Can't get that right now without showing the cleavage, so we're not going to do that bit. I am just going to poke at it with my little pokey tool, see if I can move just a little bit of it. No, I can't. So, leave it alone. I will get to that later. Okay, now here we go, the tricky bit. Get the glue down first up, that always works well. Going to be so fine. I really didn't think about this at all well. But then I wasn't expecting to have the two pieces separate. But that's okay. It's still going to work really well. It's going to look beautiful. If I can get the glue down quickly enough and get it onto the paper quick enough, because the weather here in Adelaide is starting to heat up again. I had a bit of a nasty experience with my air conditioner yesterday. For some reason I had turned the room zones off and was expecting company, so I thought, well, I'll put the air conditioner on so the house is lovely and cool when they get here. And we're sitting here still sweating an hour later and I thought, what the heck is going on? And it wasn't until they were well gone that I thought to check the settings. And I felt like such an idiot because I'd turned the room zones off because the ceiling was getting lovely and cool, but the rest of the house was not. You know, the roof was getting cool, or the inside between the ceiling and the roof. but the rest of the house was still quite warm. So as soon as I turned the room zones on, it all cooled down miraculously. So I contacted family and apologised furiously for being a bit silly in my old age. My daughter was just glad I got it sorted so that I wouldn't have to suffer too much in with the extra heat that's coming in. We've got today, we're supposed to be getting a cooler change by tomorrow, but I'm not going to hold my breath because the weather forecasters have been so wrong so often. If it happens, I will rejoice. If it doesn't happen, it won't surprise me. Okay. I think I have enough glue on that. I'm hoping. Keep your fingers crossed that I don't mess it up. Holding my breath. I've got it upside down. Ah! I might be able to camouflage that with something else, but we won't stress about that right now. I forgot to check the orientation. What a goose. Oh, excuse me. The dryness of the air dries my throat out and I get this horrible little tickle. Okay, let's hope it's symmetrical enough that this isn't going to be too disappointing. No, that should be fine. Okay, now to get some double-sided tape. And I can put the lid back on that glue. I'm not going to need that again for now. Now I'm not taking it to the very edge because I want to put a couple of things behind this. Big one down the centre. Don't know why I didn't think of that a minute ago, but I'm too busy protecting the edges that I want to put things underneath. That's my reasoning. I'm sticking to it. You hanging in there with me? Do let me know. If you've got this far, you've done really, really well. Off these as well. If the hello doesn't work on the front, we're going to put it on the inside. I bought two dies. I showed you one in the last video that just says hello, but this one is just a slightly different style. It's still cursive, but it hasn't got all of the extra flourishes that the other one had. Still very pretty though. But we'll get to that in a minute. Oh, it's not going to blow away. Will you blow away now? Thank you. I will chase those down later. I just needed to get them out of my work area and I forgot to pick them up and flick them off. Double-sided tape is super strong. My tweezers. Now I use my tweezers so that I can line it up and get it fairly well spot on back in place. That's good, and it's not sitting up too high. Excellent. Maybe this will go down there quite nicely. think it will. As long as I sit it to the slight side, that'll be fine. A little bit of tape underneath here and here. There and there. Oh, I can't mark it because it's going to stick onto, I'm fluffing. I'm losing direction here. Okay. Sorry, I hate it when I do that. I sort of get distracted with what I've got to do and forget what I'm supposed to be doing. There we go. Now a little bit of tape on the bottom of the H and the bottom of the O. I think that's where it's supposed to go. We don't need very much. We just need to get this up to the little man's level. The little man's level, that sounded terrible. Still too big. That side. Just need to find it trimmed up just a little bit. Okay, now I can use my tweezer again. Perfect. Now I think this piece of tape had better come under here, under this little tail. Very good. Now take the backing off the word. My little wind chimes blowing out in the background. It sounds quite pretty. But I am going to have to close that door down very soon. Because I'm starting to do the unladylike thing of sweating. I don't like that feeling. It's yucky. So don't you dare tear on me. I used coffee dyed paper for the backing, for the shadow, and the reverse side of the paper for the lettering, and I think that it's worked out really, really well. I like it. That is so pretty. Just going to burnish it with my fingers. I don't want to get my bone folder out because I think it would be too rough and I could poke holes in it, and I don't want to do that. Okay, now because I made that little mistake up the top, I've got this little cog on an inchy that hopefully I can... No, it's not going to allow me to go underneath far enough. So I'm just going to chop a little bit of this off. And see if I can get it under there. No, I'm going to chop this end off. So now it's a 3/4 inchy, or even a 1/2 inchy. It's the cog that's stopping it. Down. Okay, so let's try a straight cog. A small one will fit. Or even a little clock. Let's see if a little clock will fit up there. The clock will fit. And a smaller cog. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. I really do like that. Where's my super duper glue? Bring in the good stuff. A lady I once know used to say, if you can't get something to stick, use it, give it some love, and then she'd hand me this. Hellmann's 450. It's good stuff. have to wait for half a minute while the glue comes down. I'm so glad that hello went well there. That's really quite lovely. Oh, we're nearly there. Nearly there. Now I need to leave a little bit for my tweezer to go underneath there, because there's no way known I am going to stick my fingers in that there glue, because it makes a mess of hands. Panic? Yes, I did. Thank goodness it landed on the work mat, not my card. I can breathe again. It's okay. I'm breathing. And I'll put this little one. I think I'll put it that way. And then I'm going to put a couple elsewhere as well, I think, because I really like that idea. Yep, that's going to go nicely there now. With another ornate looking one. Oh, there's a tiny little one. With the rule of 3. That'll fit nicely in there too. Oh, this is so cool. It's coming together. I'm liking it very much. Whoopsie. Now, I think we need something down here as well. We've got this beautiful big hello. Now, the thing I put underneath the O is going to stop me from putting this there. So, what I'm going to try and do is take some of it out. Oh, I haven't taken the backing off yet. Okay, well that's cool, because then I can put that, yeah, that works. I can put it underneath there, glue it down, and then glue the top bit onto the cog. Yep, that works for me. And I forgot to lift or put the lid back down, so I've got globs of glue. Okay, this could be advantageous, so we'll stick that little piece under there. Take the backing tape off, which means the end of the hello is going to sit up a little bit higher than it should do, unless I can get this off, and I'm hoping I can. This is a particularly ticklish operation we're doing here.